years. And as you heard, Massachusetts, I'm a Massachusetts boy. I actually live in the Blackstone River watershed, so I'm very familiar with it. I've paddled it. I didn't go near it as a child because my parents instructed me not to, but I've recently paddled downstream of one of the biggest contributors of nutrient loading, and it's come an amazingly long way. And while I'm passionately a Massachusetts resident, I'm equally passionate to be a New Englander. And I think that's what makes the partnership so great, because I think we all sort of feel that way. And you heard, Massachusetts has 60% of the Narragansett Bay watershed, primarily through the Blackstone River watershed and the Taunton River watershed. So we give all you the fresh water, so it's not our fault. But actually, in reality, we've actually caused a lot of the problem historically. A very industrial center, a lot of things flowed down through here, and while there has been much ecological damage along the way, being an eternal optimist, look to the future and look what has occurred. So since, as the report spells out, from 2000 to 2004, and then again from 2013 to 2015, it was monitoring of the nutrient effluent that was coming out of along into the watershed. And amazingly, there has been a 55% reduction in nitrogen and a 45% reduction in phosphorus in the system. That is incredible in that short time frame to see that much result. And the Upper Blackstone Water Pollution Abatement District, basically the fancy title for that wastewater treatment facility that Janet was talking about, saw an 80% reduction in nitrogen and an 87% reduction in phosphorus. Something that we're very proud of, to know that we are doing our part to make sure that what flows down into the beautiful ocean state is a lot cleaner, and we're doing our part to make sure that we're restoring that ecosystem. And additionally, in the Taunton watershed, there's a lot of work that has been done and a lot more still to be done. But as of most recently, we have deployed 2 new dissolved oxygen monitoring buoys out in Mount Hope Bay. That is a continuation of the great work of the folks at ecoRI in Rhode Island DEM that is really trying to understand the science a little bit better. Who would think we'd want to do that? But it is something that I think is crucial to the decision making, and something that I think both Governors Raimondo and Baker really strive for us to do, and that is sort of the core of the report and all of this effort here. But again, in the Taunton watershed, we've also done a lot of things that you also wouldn't maybe link up in our Division of Ecological Restoration at the Department of Fish and Game. In Somerset, we've done a lot of projects to restore tidal flows. In Freetown and East Bridgewater, we've removed some dams that obviously have major economic and ecological benefits associated with them, to make sure that we are building a more resilient climate. Another thing that Governor Baker and Governor Raimondo are keen partners in, and that is why both governors joined the Climate Alliance. And because these projects, in making a sounder ecosystem in a healthier bay, is that natural buffer that is going to serve as the biggest, most key ingredient for us to be able to buffer against these more intense storms as time goes on. So we are firmly committed in Massachusetts to make sure that the work continues, that the partnership continues, that we embrace issues such as climate change, that we recognize that watersheds and water and the realities of climate change know no geographical boundary, know no political party. They're a reality, and we all need to work together and continue to work together to make sure that we do all that we can to make sure that we restore our natural ecosystems and our natural systems. So on behalf of Governor Baker and Lieutenant Governor Polito, it is my great honor to be here with all of you. We thank you.